Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about the fact that the WNBA players have opted out of the collective bargaining agreement and what it all means. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next videos. So, here's the definition of a collective bargaining agreement in general for sports. It's a contract between an employer and a labor union that establishes the terms and conditions of employment for a group of employees, covers wages, hours, benefits, grievances, and arbitration, strikes, rights, and responsibilities. They're only in effect for a period of time. They're reached through collective bargaining, a process that can involve labor strikes or employee lockouts if the two sides can't reach an agreement. So that's what's happening. So they had one. In fact, it's still in place. It goes to 2027. But if they opt out, then it ends after the 2025 season. So essentially, they're basically not going to renew it for the next 2 years. And that's what happens. So the elected members of the Women's National Basketball Association announced Monday they're seeking a business model that reflects their true value, encompassing higher salaries, enhanced professional working conditions, expanded health benefits, and crucial investments needed for long-term growth. So, Rob, let's go back to the first sentence. A business model that reflects their true value. Okay. Everybody knows that they've lost money for 28 straight years, an average of 10 million, which I maintain is not accurate, and then 40 million this year. I suspect it's 40 million every year. They just don't want to admit it. Anyways, so their true value is negative. They should not be paid at all because the company loses money.
You're losing money. True value. If I'm looking at my books, I'm going, what value are you bringing to me? What value is that? You're losing money. You've been losing money. I've been supporting you all these years, and you're still losing money.
They're a charity league, and they don't even deserve. This league does not even deserve to be in existence still because it can't. After 28 years, how many people do you know have run a business for 28 years without profit? I don't think I've ever heard that unless it was a government-run agency. So, citing higher television ratings, attendance figures, and franchise values, the union said the time is right for renegotiating the league and owners. The league has recently entered into an historic 11-year media rights deal with Disney and Amazon Prime and NBC for $200 million a year. By the way, that doesn't start till 2026, so they don't have that money yet. The president, Nanika Ogumike, the Seattle Storm, said this is a defining moment not just for the WNBA, but for all of us who believe in progress. The world has evolved since 2020, and we can't afford to stand still. If we stay in the current agreement, we fall behind. Well, nothing's changed since 2020. You were losing money then, and you're still losing now. So it hasn't evolved that much.
The world has evolved when Caitlin Clark came into the league this year. That's how it evolved, because you weren't making any money, and now you're making money this year because of Caitlin Clark. That's how it's evolved.
Okay, so they go on. She said more, Rob. Opting out isn't just about bigger paychecks. It's about claiming our rightful share of the business we've built, improving working conditions, and securing a future where the success we create benefits today's players and the generations to come. We're just not asking for a CBA that reflects our value. We're demanding it because we earned it. Let's go back to the sentence we built. They didn't build it. The investors who started the league built it also. So you didn't just build it by yourself. You were part of it. Yeah, employees built a company, but so did the owners and the management that run it. So it was a joint effort, just so you know. And you built a company that doesn't make any money.
Your brand of the way you play, the way you play, your brand of basketball is not a good brand. So you're not really bringing. What are you bringing to the game? Like I would say, what's in it for me? You're missing layups. Can't do this, and you mean to tell me, oh hey, we demand. Well, demand what? You can't even make a shot. What are you talking about?
All right, they want a CBA that quote reflects our value. Your value is a company that's losing money, so you have
Negative.
no value
It's
right now.
negative.
Unless you can
Negative.
start to make money. And the one person that could make you money, you've held down the entire year.
You don't
In
want
fact,
that.
you
You don't want that.
That's the amazing thing, Rob. They did so much to hold Caitlin Clark and turn off fans this year, which is going to cost them money both this year and in the long run. Yet they complain they're not making about enough money. They just
And if
cost
they had
themselves this money this year by the way they treated Caitlin Clark and didn't promote her more.
Right. And just imagine if they put on an Olympic team, how much more money they would have made. But no, they know so much.
Right.
They didn't see this coming, and she's just a flash in the pan thing, and she's not the cause for them. The reason why they're making more of a profit, though, the only team that made a profit actually was probably the Fever. They were they're probably the only team that made a profit.
But the players treated her like crap and tried to hold her down, which it decreased the popularity of the league both this year and in the future. So you weren't worried about the money then.
Yeah.
No, because someone else might get attention that you want. That's
No.
what it amounts to. So here's how it works, Rob. So
that's not the right person. She's not the right person.
They only get 20% of the revenue. So last year they made $60 million and they got $12 million of that. That goes to the players. In the NBA, they get around 50% of the revenue. They made $10.5 billion last year in the NBA, and they're projected to make $13 billion this year, 2024. Now, we don't know how much the WNBA is going to make this year. We only know what they made last year, which again is only $60 million. So there's no projection. I've heard different projections, but nobody seems to know. But they don't get a percentage of that. They don't get 20% necessarily of that. They only get 50% if the revenue goes up more than 20% from the year before, which it will this year. But they can get 50% of the increased revenue. But we don't know what that is, so we don't even know how much more they're going to get. Because we don't have the figure here yet.
Well, the poor Angel Reese, she's only making $75,000 a year, and she can barely keep her apartment. So they need the money, Mark. They need that money.
She can't even pay her. She can't pay her car
rent. Yeah, her car. She can't pay her nice. Someone told me I think the car is worth $68,000 car that she drives. Yeah.
All right.
She can't pay that.
So just to be clear, what's happening here is they made $60 million last year. If they make $100 million, that's obviously more than 20%. They would get 20% of the $100 million, but they would get 50% of the increased revenue.
Right.
But they're not even getting the television money this year, so they don't have a lot of bargaining power yet. That money doesn't come until 2026. Although it is 3 times what it was before.
As we were saying in our discussion last night, a lot of us were saying we're almost hoping. We're hoping that they do. Please have a lockout. Please strike so we can form another league. Please let it happen. Let it flow. Let it happen.
I'm hoping for a lockout, Rob, because Caitlin Clark needs to start her own league so she can get treated fairly. And really, that's what should happen. I don't care if it's Elon Musk or the Saudi Arabia country. I don't care. Somebody to start a new league that's run properly, where people are treated fairly, and the players have some sense of self-responsibility to the league, where they have much better personalities and appreciate the fans.
And they work at their game. When they come into the league working on their game, not just hanging out, going out this way and trying to pro style and profile,
And they get a better, fairer refs and a commission who's not a dinglebat.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, they need someone who has a sense of how to run a business and how to market a league and appreciate the stars in the league instead of worried about the ideology of the league.
Yeah, so let's pray for let's hurry up for a lockout. Cool. Yeah, let's do it. Lock them out. We'll see what happens.
Right. A league that doesn't have all these social warriors. Yeah, sorry. A league that doesn't have all these social warriors and that they want to promote. Instead, just play basketball. That's what people want.
That's what we want to see.
That's what Caitlin Clark does. And you don't even like that fact. You want her to get involved, and she doesn't want to get involved. So, anyways, that's what's happening. I understand they want more money. I understand that a lot of athletes make more money than they do, but they have to understand that it has to do with the market. If their sport, which is women's basketball, not men's basketball, does not have a high value to the society, you're not going to make as much money. That's just the way it
No.
is. There's all
Right.
sorts of sports where athletes don't make much money because it's not that popular.
Right.
That's just the way it is. So, anyways,
All right.
that's what's going to happen. If they don't get to agreement by October 31st, I think, of this year, then there's like a lockout. There's no, they're on strike or whatever. There's no agreement. And then they got to work it out before the next season. Otherwise, there will be no next season. That's what happens.
Oh, darn. Jeez. Oh, boy.
So they have all the way from like November 1st to April 1st to get this done.
Yeah.
So it's a long time. So we'll see what happens. Of course, if that happens, I don't think they can even have the draft or the franchise stuff because the league's not operating. So that would be a major mistake because they need to get that in place for the next season.
Geez, you think they might figure that out, Mark? I don't know. I don't. They probably will. But with the way
I
they
don't know,
run
Rob. Major League Baseball did not figure it out. Ending their season on August 1st was going to hurt Major League Baseball, and they did it anyways.
Right. You're right.
So I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll find out. All right, that's our take. We're sticking to it. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next videos. If you like this video, hit the like button and join us for our live show. It's every Monday, except for major holidays, 6 to 8 Eastern time. You can call in for that show, so it's pretty cool. If you want to donate to this channel, there's super chats and super thanks down below. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.